if it makes you feel better, we will give you the United Healthcare shooter as exchange. Watch him instead.
That's true.
Watch him instead.
That's true.
He's like really good looking.
Yeah.
He's like from Ivy League.
Oh.
You know, like his parents own golf courses, and he got arrested at McDonald's, and he happens to have his gun and his manifesto and his mask and his currency and his passport all on him at the same exact time.
Oh, it was kind of like the hijacker's passport that was found right after they hit 9/11, perfectly in the rubble.
Makes perfect sense.
Oh, yeah.
That a man goes out to a Fortune 100 CEO, shoots him in broad daylight, runs away, takes off his mask for the camera at McDonald's, and then the McDonald's employee's like, I know who he is. Let's call the police. And they get him, and all of a sudden, he has all the evidence on him. But apparently, he's really smart.
He's valedictorian. He comes from a very wealthy family with, let's just say, connections.
And a huge fan of the Ted Kaczynski.
Well, seems like someone who's researched, trying to, expand his own mind and understand the world around him. So I find that his internet trails and the things that the internet sleuths have looked up about his internet search history and the things that he's into aren't actually that dissimilar to things that I look at.
Did you read his manifesto?
Of course I did.
It's pretty good.
Oh, it's almost so good. Sounds like ChatGPT 3, not 4.
Maybe the 1.0 model?
Yeah, maybe the 1.0 model. Yeah. You want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Luigi Mangione's full manifesto.
Is it Mangione or Mangione?
I probably ruined that. Mangione, yeah. Luigi. But, man, it's
cut.
It's a Luigi. It's a Luigi. It's a Mario. Luigi Mangione's full manifesto goes like this. To the feds, I'll keep this short because I do respect what you do for our country. I'll save you the lengthy investigation. I state plainly that I wasn't working with anyone. It was fairly trivial. Some elementary social engineering, basic CAD, a lot of patience. Oh my gosh, a basic CAD, a lot of patience. It sounds like a terrible Reddit post.
Well, he was a valedictorian. You don't think he could do
spiral
better?
notebook, if present, has some straggling notes and to-do lists that illuminate the gist of it. My tech is pretty locked down because I work in engineering. Can you believe this shite?
Can you believe that? Okay.
I can't believe I'm reading this out loud. I already read it once, but it sounds even more gay when I read it out loud.
I watched him give like speeches because all those clips are going on. I'm like, dude, there's no way this guy wrote this.
Yeah, no way.
No way.
No way. No way. I mean, come on. Look, who even uses the word gist anymore?
Not someone that's 25.
Which Fed wrote that for him?
That's
well,
right.
Which Fed used ChatGPT to write it for him?
Who uses the word gist?
He wanted ChatGPT put in a prompt, and he said, "Write me a manifesto." This is what it printed out.
This is like the bad scripts that we're seeing in video games. I don't know if you've ever heard of but the scripts in the video games are so bad. Like, this is something that a bad script in a bad video game, the actor would say. Listen, imagine some anime character saying this to another anime character with blue hair, and he goes like this. My tech is pretty locked down because I work in engineering, so probably not much info there. Like, dude, bro, ChatGPT 1.0. Okay, let me continue. I do apologize for any strife of traumas, but it had to be done. Jesus.
Had to be done.
It had to be done. Frankly, these parasites simply had it coming. Oh my God.
Had it coming.
This sounds like a B-ass movie. A reminder, the U.S. is the #1 most expansive healthcare system in the world, yet we rank 42 in life expectancy. United is the indecipherable largest company in the U.S. by market cap, behind only Apple, Google, and Walmart. It has grown and grown, but as our life expectancy? No, the reality is these have simply gone too powerful. They continue to abuse our country for immense profit because the American public is allowed to let them get away with it. Obviously, the problem is more complex, but I do not have the space, and frankly, I do not pretend to be the most qualified person to lay out the full argument. But many have illuminated the corruption and greed. Decades ago, the problems simply remain. It is not an issue of awareness at this point, but clearly power games at play. Evidently, I am the first to face it with such brutal honesty. My friend, that is almost
It's robotish in the way it's robo words, man.
For a guy that idolized Ted Kaczynski, I'd expect better.
Absolutely, a little bit of polish, Stephen King, please.
Seriously,
You should have asked ChatGPT if they wrote it.
You know, you should run that through an AI detector. They're free all over the place. Run it through an AI. Someone has to have run that through an AI detector. It's got to be like 98.5%.
how
AI.
funny it would be if it's like actually from a video game. You know?
Then we all got trolled because they were getting trolled by the trolls, and it's not even real. Look, this whole shooter thing, it seems really off. It
Wait,
seems
first off,
really off.
Let's just say it is sad that a person died.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Are we over that?
Did you see that crazy reporter lady who was on Piers Morgan? What's a crazy reporter lady with the eyes? She's always
I think most
Taylor
people
Lorenz?
have eyes.
Taylor Lorenz. Did you see what she said on?
Yeah, she was filled with joy when she heard that the CEO died or something like that.
She's with her wide crazy eyes.
And then she walked it back saying, "I never said that," but she like literally said it like 2 minutes before she made that
Wait,
statement. Yeah.
do we like the United Healthcare CEO?
No, but for
Is
her,
there anything likable about him? I mean, he died. I'm sorry.
She said the silent part.
Okay.
She said more than the silent part out loud. She said the crazy part out loud. She's like, I was filled with joy when I heard when he got shot. It's like, wait, what? Wait, are you listening to what you just said?
Okay, so Luigi's tactics on killing the CEO, not good. Fair.
I mean, it was almost a little solid. It almost like a little Metal Gear Solid.
Allegedly. Okay.
You know, trying to be a little. Yeah,
It was kind of cool,
it was.
but not cool. Okay, fine. Got that out of the way. But the rest of what he's saying, it's kind of legit.
I mean,
The healthcare system is broken. They're taking advantage of people. They're blocking people's claims. There are people that are hurting, dying, people paying into it. They're getting filthy rich. People are getting screwed. That's the premise of what he's saying. And by just complaining about it, by peacefully protesting about it, by saying, oh, like they're really bad, it's not doing anything. And he's like, dude, the only way I could solve this, or at least make the slightest of a difference, if I take action into my own hands. Don't recommend it. Not advocating for violence. However, is he wrong?
well, he yes, yeah, that was easy to answer. Yeah, you should never act in violence. Period.
Outside of the violence, is he wrong?
Is he wrong in his assertions that the healthcare system is broken, people are being screwed, lives are being disrupted, trust has been broken? Like everything he said is, are the marches going to help with anything? No. Like, is he wrong in any of that? No, he's not wrong. Like, he's not wrong. But to get to a point of violence is certainly not the right answer. Now, violence for him, if this is all alleged, he's accused of this, but it's, we don't know if it was really him. But like, to get to a point where he must placate his own angst, anxiety, cognitive dissonance, anger, frustration, for him to take that into a moment of violence on another person, that is unacceptable at any point in time. So it's a travesty what happened. I think unfortunately, moments like this shed light on how important the issue is. So could he be a martyr of sorts? Certainly, he'll probably end up being one. The problem is he fits all the wrong stereotypes. He's good looking. He's white. He comes from a rich family with, mafia connections, his historicity. Like, he's not someone that you can. He's like a Joe Biden's son. He's like Hunter Biden. But
there is another good-looking white guy in the news that is a hero now.
He's being race baited, slammed by the left.
Daniel Penny?
Yeah, because he got away with murder.
To the right, he is a hero.
Well, yeah, of course.
And because we talked about last week, and when we talked about last week, it was still a hung jury.
Yes.
But finally, he's been dismissed.
Yep.
And now people are like, all about Daniel Penny, which I agree with. I think that he should have won that case. I think what he did was not the worst. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I saw his interview with the lady interviewer, and it was just a clip, and he basically said, "I never wanted to be in the spotlight. It's not my thing. I'm not the type to, push myself on anybody." But it was fundamentally clear that he was going to do harm to other people, and I could never live with myself if I stood and watched. That's essentially what he said in the clip. And so, if I were to take that for it's a 30-second clip, and if I take it for a full pound of flesh, I'd say he is probably exactly the type of man that you would want to be next to in a fight, because he would restrain himself to the last second in which he knew when things were going to get bad, and that type of restraint I respect. But I think he did the right thing. He reduced collateral damage. I think I used that term last time.
If Luigi believed that he's been restraining himself until the last moment and nothing was changing, no laws were making it any better, people are dying, his mother is sick, everyone is sick around him, the healthcare system is broken, it's not getting better, it's not going to save anybody. And if he felt like my only last course of action was to get involved, could it be even the slightest of parallel to what Daniel Penny felt at that time?
I think there are some sides of the equation that would appreciate and enjoy stretching it. I don't think there's many parallels in my opinion, because Daniel was stopping imminent threat to surrounding periphery. This guy was walking out of his Starbucks with his $7 latte. He wasn't harming nobody. And so there's a difference.
Because if you know that the system is so broken around you, and no matter what happens, it's not going to change. At what point does it go from complaining to doing something about it?
I mean, isn't that the entire romanticization of the Batman origin story? Like, we've simply had enough, and now you're doing vigilante justice, right? Isn't that the whole idea of like Spider-Man? Like most of the origin stories of these heroes is, especially in the Gotham-esque type of themes, right? They rose up from the ashes and they had some traumatic event, and it's time for them to take justice into their own hands. Is that what you're saying, Matt? It's time for us to take justice into our own hands? Or
was Luigi just another MK Ultra project?
That is the real psyop. I think it's a psyop. I think he could be a patsy, actually. Do you know why? Because I saw an image of the guy in the McDonald's, and then I saw a picture of
Did not look like him at all, bro. It did not look like him at all. The coat is different. The backpack is different. The unibrow is different.
The unibrow. That was it. The unibrow was like, bro, Luigi has a deep Italian unibrow, bro.
I'm like,
the guy in McDonald's is like...
I'm watching this picture. I'm zooming in. I'm going, this is not the same guy.
Oh, it's almost like the guy who shot Trump's ear, but yet in the pictures, it doesn't look like him at all.
Remember the guy in Maine that was going around shooting people? Like, dude, that's not the same guy either.
Nope.
Why are all these shooters that are famous not look like the actual guy that they say it's going to look like? Why does it always look different? And how come? A month later, 2 months later, after we all go, it's not the same guy, it's not the same guy, it's not the same guy. We all forget. And we're like, oh yeah, they got him. And it's like over.